Hi, everybody. It's Christina Daves with PR for Anyone. And today I'm going to talk about public relations management. And I'm going to talk about 4 techniques that you can use to get publicity during this coronavirus outbreak. So, the first thing that I want you to think about is your local market. It's very likely that your expertise can be honed into your local market. We've got a couple people who are really standing out on the national platform, but there's a lot of opportunity for you as an expert in your industry. And because you are local, people may know you, recognize you from, chamber events, networking events, something like that. So you might be a prominent figure in your community already, and that's helpful. That's comforting. That can help put you at ease. So look what's going on nationally, and it's different everywhere. So I said, look what's going on nationally. Look what's going on in your community, your state, even smaller, your region, and think about, what value you can provide the media with your expertise to help through this coronavirus issue. And then I'm going to go back to the system that works, my Get PR Famous formula. The 3 steps are being newsworthy, creating great hooks, and finding the right journalist. And that's super important right now too. Being newsworthy, obviously coronavirus is taking over the news, but you can watch your local news. There are instances where it's not all of that. Usually we're going to tie it back to that a little bit. But watch where you want to be, read where you want to be, see what they're covering, and see what gaps you can fill in with your expertise. And that's being newsworthy. That's standing out in the crowd. That's, giving specific things that can provide value. I talk about niching. I talk about look at a target, work your way in. What's your black center circle? What is your niche in that target that you can provide value to? And again, keep in mind, I would stay local right now. Unless you're a big national name, you can provide so much value to your local audience. So being newsworthy, see what they're talking about, where they could fill in stories. Then you want to create a great hook. The journalists are probably inundated. They're probably exhausted. We're all scared. We all have anxiety. We're all, and I do deep breathing exercises. I'm not scared all the time, but it's just uncharted territory. And I'm a control person. I like to know what's going to happen. And this is difficult for people like us. So there could be a lot of journalists out there like that too. So you've got to catch them with the hook. That's your subject line on your email. And one of the things you can do is look at headlines right now. What are magazines putting out? Online magazines because remember, print magazines were published 4 months ago. You're not going to buy a magazine right now that says anything other than the weeklies, but your monthly magazines, those have been published and printed a long time ago. But what are your newspapers saying? What are your television stations saying? Google stuff online. See what are good headlines, what are catchy headlines, and use something similar, because you really need to grab that journalist. Give them something that keeps them hanging, something about your industry that they're like, oh, I've got to know the answer to that. I'm going to open this email. And then the last piece is finding the right journalist. Spend some time on Google. And again, I really want you all to concentrate locally on this. So local is not that hard. Who writes about your subject matter for whatever the publication is? So you can just go ahead and type that in, and you should be able to find the person. Now, I don't know how many newsrooms are still open. I don't know how many publications are still open. You can try to call, but I really think right now your best bet is going to be email. So use those 4 techniques really for your publicity management system right now. We have value to provide. We all do. And those of us that get up there and get out there really will get through this a lot faster. I don't want people to to curl up and think, oh my gosh, when this is over, I'm going to relaunch my business. No, we've got to do it now. So get your PR strategy in place. Use these 4 techniques. They work. It's a proven system. We have over 1 billion views. We have over 8 figures in sales. That system works. And I want you to go after it and try it, but really hone in on your message and what it is you want to share with the world. What is your expertise? Who would most benefit from it? Who's the journalist to send it to? And make it catchy so that they're going to want to read your email. So I wish you the best of luck, and I can't wait to see you in the media, and I can't wait to hear what you're going to share with the world.